All right, guys, Joe back here. We got number 3 of the core series. This is going to be, well, it's kind of 2 of them, crunches and sit-ups. So these 2 movements both involve flexion of the spine. So my spine is moving as I'm doing these. That's perfectly okay for the spine to do that. It's meant to do that. So it is a safe movement as long as you're doing it correctly. And basically what you want to do is get your knees bent here. The distance between your feet and your butt will be just about a foot, in between a foot, maybe 6 inches. And to initiate the movement, I want to press that low back into the ground. You can put the hands on the back of the head to support the neck if your neck tends to get sore on movements like this. And how I want to come up is I want to articulate the spine so that the top of my spine comes off the ground first and the bottom of my spine leaves the ground last. I'm going to do that same thing when I come back down. So I crunch up, and when I come down, my spine's touching vertebrae by vertebrae here as I come down. So that's a basic crunch there. You do want to make sure that you're pushing that low back into the ground, keeping the hips tucked and the core engaged. You should not feel any low back pain doing these movements. And on the sit-ups, these are a little bit tougher. So for a full sit-up, you want to go straight legs, drive your heels into the ground. You don't want your heels leaving the ground on this movement. You can use the hand. If you're just starting out, you might want to use the hands for a little bit of momentum to help you sit up. Otherwise, crossing against the chest here or even supporting the head with the hands is fine. Reaching out front's fine. And I want to make sure that my back is leaving the ground vertebrae by vertebrae here. So the top of my back leaves first. I don't want to try to sit up with an arch in my back. I want to drive that low back in. Sit all the way up, and then when I come down, vertebrae by vertebrae, I'm going to articulate the spine so that the bottom of my spine is touching first and the top is touching last. Sit-ups are quite a bit more difficult than the crunches, but the crunches are really good for that constant tension on the abdominals. Thanks for watching.